the one for headaches. I really like those.
Yeah, I, I kind of base them on the fact that like we've got a connect, the brain's got a connection to the gut, and the mind's got, obviously the mind's got a connection to the gut, and so if we can like or calm our stomach or our gut, then it should, in theory, have a beneficial effect on the mind. So
I like that. It was very calming because I
mm,
work through anxiety. So thank
mm,
you.
pleasure. I'm glad. It's nice to hear. Not that you've got anxiety, obviously, but there's something, but there's something that
Oh,
can.
I'm pretty sure I do. I've been working through stuff like that for a while now. So yeah.
Mm, oh, cool.
All right. I'm just gonna go share and
Mm,
off of my phone, so you might not see my face for a second.
okay.
We are live. I am sharing out.
Hey, Kate. I'm sharing it to. Hey, Bev.
Hello, everyone, for coming on. Sorry you can see my face. Thank you for joining me and Jimmie today. We're going to do our healings and reading facilitations. It is open donations. So we already have 3 people on the list. Thank you for donating in advance. Brandy, Sumi from Out in the Center, and Caitlin. Let's see. Hi, Caitlin. Hello, Caitlin's already here.
Who's
Hi.
here?
She goes, hi, Vaishu, Shy, and Jimmie. Did you mean to say Vaishu twice? I'm a little bit shy, so I guess you're not wrong. But let's see. All right. So
It's funny that I wouldn't have put you down as shy, but then again, I suppose most people wouldn't put me down as shy, but I generally am. So
my shyness, Jimmie, is I get so neurotic on the inside sometimes, so I keep talking to overcompensate the fact that I'm internally like screaming or struggling. So I kind of like a distractive shy. So either I'll run away, I can't run away, and it's a situation where I need to sit and talk to the other person. I'll keep rambling.
why not?
That's how I cope with it. Bev says, I'm not sure why I said shy. I didn't put it. Then who else did, Bev?
Well, obviously, they encouraged this discussion about shyness.
I know.
That's why.
I know. It's so weird, Jimmie. I feel like people just come across and they say, hey, you're like the last person I would consider shy. And I'm like, well, but they're like, how come you just disappear for like days at a time? That's probably me just
Mm.
recuperating, homie. Like, I'm just not. My
All
job
right.
requires me to be extra,
Mm.
an extrovert with the
Mm.
patience and everything, but as a
Mm.
person. Hello, Carolina. Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Carolina.
Bev says it's my phone playing up again. Okay. Whew.
Start calling you Vice Shy.
No. That only will bring it more to the attention. I'll be like, oh my. All right. Anyone coming on, if you could go ahead and share out, would greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to go ahead and donate, it's open donations. We'll put you on the list. Hi, Brandy. And I was just about to say, Brandy, if you
Hey,
say hello. Hi,
hey,
Lorraine.
Brandon.
Hello.
Hey, Lorraine.
Hi, Brandy.
Sweet Lorraine.
Ooh.
I know. There's a song by, I think, Uriah Heep called Sweet Lorraine. Good
Here.
song.
I'm just hearing walking on sunshine. Like, I don't.
Mm.
So, like, for Brandy, whenever you donated, Immediately, like as soon as you donated, like your guides were like, "Let's do it," and I'm like, "Okay, hold on till the live." Like, I don't know if you think my memory is that good, but it's not. So hold on. Carolina says I have social phobias and shy for sure. I don't know. So like I feel like the DSM staging kind of breaks on a lot of stuff, and I really love psychology. And I believe they have a lot of sense to what they're saying, but I think also because they were studying psychology the way they're studying it, they had to break it down into terms called phobias. But I don't necessarily believe like the bipolar or ADHD. I think that's how they describe how we act. I don't think we actually have a disease, so or a phobia.
I know. I know what you mean. It's just a way to describe a symptom, I suppose, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And they all kind of overlap if you think about it. Like ADHD and OCD overlap, ADHD and autism overlap, and they can't really pin anything, so they called everything a spectrum. They're all broad, so it's like really like, do we really have any of them? Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
That's so funny. I wish I was walking on sunshine. Someone's gray out every day. Good point. Okay. So Brandy, what would you like to focus on today? Is there anything specific that you'd like to focus on today?
Angela.
Hi, Angela. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So for Brandy, so they said it's a time to celebrate. And they're saying they brought my attention. I'm working on your crown right now. There's a little bit of, it feels like almost like a headache pressure right here in the crown. There's like pressure right here in the temples. So I'm also going to open up your mastoid sinuses, your ethmoid, mastoid, temporal area. All the crown chakras kind of open up. It looks like they were kind of shut down. Because you were getting intense downloads one night. I don't know if you have trouble sleeping or you struggle through what we call insomnia, channeling. So when you have phases of those, and especially you're very sensitive to the moon. So whenever we have, was there a new moon or a full moon or something like that? There was.
I think there's one yesterday.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so thank you, Jimmie. So you're very sensitive to the moon. It's your moon placement, also your Chiron placement. They're saying. So we're gonna work on releasing that pressure, and also they're talking about working on a little bit of your solar and sacral. You have a new job coming in, or a job coming in if you choose to. I don't know if you've been applying for jobs, or you need to apply for jobs, or your guides have been saying apply for jobs. But I'm seeing a job very nearby. So maybe if you're looking for a change, this would be a good time to either send out your resume or oh, she says I'm sick with sinus stuff. Yes, I do. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to work on that. Caitlin, yes, a super new moon. Yeah, I'm really sensitive. That makes sense as to why I was struggling the last 2 nights. Man, my sleep meds were not working. That makes sense. Thank you, Caitlin.
Yeah, I saw someone, I think it was Kerry did a post. She said about a new moon. I don't keep up with the moon cycles or anything like that. Though I saw something the other day that said when the moon is when the moon is in the phase of the month star sign that you were born under, then that's when like the liquid or the fluid gets released from your pineal gland, and it sits in the solar plexus or something like that. I can't remember it exactly, but and that's the time for when we are at our most creative, or we can heal the most, or there's a specific period based on the moon cycles that we can harness, shall we say, and enhance our abilities. And then I don't know if we were supposed to rest the other time. I quite like the idea of only doing something for 2 or 3 days every month and then resting the rest of the time. So I quite like that.
call into work, be like, yo, I can't come in because we got this new moon going on. It's a super moon. I'm not just feeling it. Like, to be straight up, like, no, I'm not doing it today.
I guess in a sense, just going a bit off base. Sorry, Brandy. That's why we kept busy, I suppose. So I don't know. But anyway, Brandy, what I saw for you, I saw these. It looked like a vine. I know there's different types of vines, but and there wasn't one in particular. It was just a vine, and I saw it kind of growing around your shoulders and sort of down your arm. And I don't know if I've mentioned your shoulders and your arm to you before. For some reason, I have a feeling I have, but I don't know. I might be wrong. But I felt like there was. It kind of drew. It reminded me of a herbal remedy or herbal medicine called a plant called the Thunder God Vine, which I think is probably the most awesome name out of them all. But there's something called the Thunder God Vine, and I was told about it by a friend, and for some reason I just wanted to mention that to you. If you, I can't remember what it does. I think it might help with. I think it might help with pain, but I'm not sure. I don't know much about it other than I know what it's called, and how can you forget a name like that? But that was what's coming through for you initially, is to mention that. So if you want to have a look at the Thunder God Vine, then please do, because I feel like it would be beneficial for you. But then again, obviously, it's up to you whether you do anything about it.
So they're saying, look at the wheel. So there's wheels turning for you, Brandy, as well. They said, look at the card on top. It was in my hand, the cards, and they said, look at the card on top. So I was looking at the weird, and they're like, I don't know if you have phases, and I feel like we can all relate to this, where we have phases where we're just like, oh man, we get into those, we have high highs and low lows, and we're just like, oh man, nothing's going right. This happened, and this happened, and this happened, and sometimes we pull ourselves out of that in a day, maybe a week. Sometimes it depends on like where you're at. It takes a little bit longer, but they're saying. I'm not too well versed in astrology, but they're saying certain placements, Scorpio, maybe Capricorn, and some other placements. Some placements, the Saturn maybe, yes, Shani. The Saturn may be moving out of a placement and going to a different placement, and so Pisces, something like that. Because it's going all of these placements, probably that felt like they were having time for the last year, a few months. Start feeling like the energy is kind of easing up on them, and things will start magnetizing easier and manifesting easier, and you won't have such a hard time with everything, or you don't feel so weighed down. So it will get better, they're saying, and they're saying you're doing a really good job trying to put on a good face for, I don't know if you have like a kid or you have other people that you're trying to do your best for. They're saying a really good job, and it's going to ease up. So keep doing all the wonderful work that you're doing on yourself, and just helping other people and trying to bring a smile to their face and stuff like that you do. Just, keep doing.
Beautiful. Yeah. And I also want to add, Brandy, I saw a truck, like as in a truck. And I don't know if you're thinking about moving, but I'm feeling strangely drawn to the idea of moving. Obviously, as with the other thing, whether you do or not, it's up to you. But I feel like it's a possibility. And vice you said about like a new job as well. So I don't know if they're sort of connected. Whether you are thinking about moving? Yeah, I'm feeling it would be really good. Obviously, where to? Don't know if you got any ideas, but yeah, that feels really like it would be extremely good for you, extremely beneficial, and that's probably why you're thinking about it. Is because you know it would be really really good for you.
Yeah. It just, I would definitely back up or piggyback off of like what Jimmie's saying. Move if you're feeling the shift. Go ahead. I'm feeling a move coming up. The job change might help with that. So whatever feeling you're feeling, I feel like maybe you're stopping yourself from it. Like, oh, maybe we don't have enough, or maybe we can't afford it, or maybe like because like okay, there was things where I wanted to live somewhere, and I was like, oh, bro, like that place is expensive and it's bougie, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Like I have had thoughts like that, but then once I got out of my head and I stopped like saying it like to myself and like stop putting those ideas out.
Mm.
Out of nowhere, this apartment exactly 2 blocks away from where I wanted to live popped up. They had a
Mm.
discount. They had a special going on, and then it was like it wasn't maybe exactly the size that I wanted it to be, or exactly like it was in the area I asked for. So the point is be be realistic, be whatever you need to be, but also stop limiting yourself. And we're working on that as well. But you stop limiting yourself is the moment you stop thinking it's not going to happen and you think, why not? I want this. Let's see
Mm.
it. It's down. Write the manifestation down. This new moon energy is great to do it with. Just write what you want down, and magically stuff will just popping up when you need it to. Just stop stopping it before it like gets there.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Think it into existence, so to speak, because it already exists at somewhere.
I don't know. I feel like whenever people used to say that to me, Jimmie, I used to be like, what are you talking about, right?
I know.
I was like, what do you mean? Like I want worse. If I want the job and I can manifest it, why am I here? It's because of my subconscious thoughts really like going, yeah, you're talking much shit, right? So but the moment literally was like, sometimes I get so hard headed and I'll be like, I want this, no matter who says I can't get it, no matter who the 10,000 people who just told me no, I'm gonna get it. I don't know how, but I'm gonna get it.
Mm. Yeah.
And like fucking pop up out of nowhere, like literally, like this person will call me, I'll get a sign, I'll get an email, I'll get a phone call. It just started happening. So I it actually is true. It's not just some shit I'm just.
Mm. Yeah, totally. Aye.
All right. Thank you, Brandy. That feels good.
Thank you,
Kind of
Brandy. Nice to see you as always.
yes, wrapped you up in like a nice pink bow there. The next person we have is Sumi, Sumi from the Asana Center. Sumi, if you could go ahead and let us know here.
If she's not here, we could always do Kate, and then come back to Sumi to see if she pops in.
Okay. You're very welcome, Brandy. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome, Brandy. So, I'm not sure if Sumi's here. I haven't seen her. Sorry about my chair squeaking. I don't know if you can hear that.
No, you're fine.
That's not me.
No. Who is it, Jimmie? First it wasn't her and her phone, and now it's not you in your chair. Don't gaslight me.
Yeah.
All right. So whoever's coming on, feel free to go ahead and share. And if you'd like a reading and a healing, it's an open donation. Please go ahead and let us know that you donated, and we'll go ahead and put you on the list.
Hey, Rachel.
I don't see Sumi yet. So, Caitlin. It's just our energy, Caitlin. She's like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm buzzing with energy since I started watching. It's just our Caitlin. It's just his energy. We're just kind of, first of all, we just vibing, and then we're kind of putting out light when we're healing. So you vibing with us. All right. So Sumi, since you're not replying, we're gonna go ahead and do Caitlin since Caitlin's here.
Mm.
Right, Caitlin. Is there anything, or Caitlin? They're also saying that you're starting to feel a healing before it's happening, so that's also probably what you're feeling. Is there anything specific you'd like to work on, my dear? Or have any questions or need any guidance or anything of the sort?
Thank you, Carolina.
Thank you for sharing.
We can do cards for people as well if they share, can't we?
Yeah. I'll put you on the list for sharing, Carolina. Anyone who shares out, I'm playing cards as well. Okay. Nothing specific. Whatever spirit wants. Okay. Yeah.
So, Kate, what I got straight away when I tuned into you was I saw this. It looked like some kind of musical instrument. I thought it was a gong or like a sound bowl at first. I know they're sort of a bit different. But then you know those hand pans that you can get. I had a feeling this is kind of something similar to that. And I saw it on your solar plexus. Something about the vibrations and sound directed at that area. Around it, like at this particular time, like when the new moon is in full effect, there's something about having something like have you got any singing bowls or anything like that? Because I feel I'm seeing it like you resting it on, say, your stomach or on around that area, and then so this like got a connection with your body. I mean, I know we feel it anyway, regardless, whether it's touching our body or not. But I see it being placed. I see it on your body, and you kind of ringing it, and it having like a deeper effect, because I see the frequency or the sound wave sort of penetrating deeper in and kind of helping to shall we say, for want of a better expression, unclog things that are buried deep in there. And there's something about the frequency, and it doesn't necessarily. I don't feel like it necessarily has to be a specific one. Although obviously one that is kind of related to the solar plexus, which is like anything on the 528 hertz scale, would probably be better. But in a sense, it is kind of just the effect of music or sound. I feel like that would bring up certain things, and because they're showing me your kind of like your spleen and all the organs around the area. It's like it would. I mean, they're working, obviously, but it would almost do what you said you're feeling at the moment, where you're kind of like you're buzzing. It would sort of get them buzzing and get them sort of going and working even more efficiently. So kind of obviously you don't need to lay there all day with it on, but just at some point during the day when you feel like you want to rest, kind of just doing that, and I feel like it would sort of almost like charge your organs, charge your body. And I'll pass it over to Voice and I'll see what else I've got.
その声ひいことピアスの声。So there's a few things that we were doing, Caitlin. I'll get to the cards in just a moment. I got 2 cards for you. I'll get to them. So we had to, it's almost like you wandered off. I think I might have mentioned this in a previous live, but it's like you wandered off to the specific dimension again. So we had to pull you back from that. And I don't know. They're not letting me see why exactly you go there. They're saying it doesn't matter. So we pulled you back from that dimension. So I don't know if you've been having intense headaches or like issues with like maybe you feel like someone's watching you or something's been happening. So we're taking care of that right now. So I pulled you back from that. There were certain fractured aspects, and there was also some healing that needed to be done. It looks like you were about anywhere from 4 to 6. Something that happened through your heart chakra. So they were bringing those aspects back, and we're kind of working on the heart chakra. We kind of removed some energies from the heart space, and we were doing that, and we were setting some packing peanuts, cotton candy and packing peanuts for your heart space. They say because you've been working through a past relationship, and maybe you've had like some trouble, and Mother Mary's been helping you, and so is Kuan Yin, and all the gentle but yet heavy hitters have been helping you with that. But you got these 2 cards, and at first card you got this, and I was like, well, is this love or like a new start in like a business or something like that? And this came up to clarify that. So I'm kind of feeling you have someone coming in, and you feel kind of like kind of air. So this person that's coming in is very earth, and I feel like this person is going to bring kind of structure. Not that you're not structured or anything like that. It's just more of like airy people tend to have a different kind of energy to them, and they have wonderful things that they do. And then earthy people bring a different kind of quality. So the earth will kind of balance out your air, they're saying. And he's also going to also maybe get more of, if you have certain ideas about business expansion or certain things about websites or changing up certain aspects of your business, they're saying it's time for expansion. It's time for the next step. And that this guy who's going to come in is also helpful with that, but it's just the trauma of the previous people kind of scarring. So we're just kind of gently removing that scarring and replacing it with good stuff. So you will have the capacity to let things in. So
Awesome.
Congratulations. That's like the second like that we've kind of been hearing about, like the career swap or switch, or I wonder if there's like a message for us there. Yep. And you also have like a new guide that's coming in. He seems very blue. Durian maybe is his name. And it looks like somewhere it says he's been with you since Atlantis times. And he's showing me, he's Palladian. Yes. Okay. They're showing me the tail end of, I was trying to figure out where he's pointing to the stars. I'm like, where, bro? And he's like it was behind Taurus. And I'm like, Taurus? And he's like, no, behind Taurus. And he's showing me the cluster of Palladian stars near Taurus. So that makes more sense. So he's Palladian. And his name's Durian. And he'd like to work with you. So on your next part of your journey. They keep showing me a website. So. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know where, like what, like you pointed to the stars. That could be like literally anything. Like, what do you mean? But yeah, he says he'd like to work with you and he wants to help you and stuff like that. And your feel feels a little bit better now. It's kind of calming down.
And they showed me a protractor, like what we used to use at school. I don't think that means to go back to school, but maybe in a kind of, I don't know, a metaphorical sense, insofar as don't be afraid or don't worry about learning something new.
Durian. She goes, I did go back to school.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool. Hey, Lily.
Hi, Lily. Welcome, welcome.
But something they're showing me sort of the protractor going like this, as if you're opening, you're widening it. You're kind of your range, your field, your range, your field of vision is opening up. Like you can the just like on say a
Welcome,
like
Lily.
radar or sonar, like it's kind of expanding. But they said just like a protractor, that you have a center point, like where it's fixed, and then you sort of take it and you put the rest of it round, put the other end of it, and it draws the circle. And it's exactly the same. Remember to remain sort of, I don't know, centered at the same time. Do your grounding, whatever that means to you, however you do that. But so I'm feeling like that to keep your base, if you see what I mean. Keep a stable base, keep a fixed point. So just like, well, the opposite of Brandy, where she think about moving, I feel like it's like whilst you're kind of doing what you're doing at the moment, it's important to keep that stability. And so, I mean, if you feel like moving, then fair enough. But I feel like it's important to remain in one place at the moment whilst you're still kind of changing, and then maybe the move will come later. But at the moment, keep fixed.
Mm-hmm. I feel like stability is what you kind of need right now. Like it's asking for stability, like for a little bit. So as if everything feels stable. Also, when you have stability, and this was a teaching from a mentor that I had. It was either from Rossi or Star. So, but when you're trying to bring a new person into your life, act like they're already here, and you've heard this before. So what does that look like? So acting like they're already here is keeping a part of your closet space. Pretend like he's already here, so share your closet with him. Have his and her towels. Have like a place to keep his shoes. Like pretend like he's already here, or I do not manifest that he's already here. So if you create space for someone, but if you keep living like you're single, the energy has a harder time shifting. But if you want someone new, create the space for them to come into it. So if it's
Mm.
empty, come in. It's less of a resistance thing. So there's that. Do with that what you will.
Yeah, good idea. No, that makes sense.
All right, that feels good now. Anyone coming on, Lily, welcome. If you want to go ahead and share out, we're doing cards. If you want to go ahead and donate, we are still taking people. It's open donations. But welcome everyone new. That feels good, Caitlin. You'll have to update us on what's going on. I feel some development on the website and business plans.
Hi, you're welcome, Kate. Anytime.
Thank you.
All right,
All right.
I don't think Sumi's here yet, but we can do her and we can tag her. I'll
Do,
tag her.
do you want to do a card for Carolina first and then
Oh
go
yeah, we can do some cards. Yeah, good idea.
since Carolina's here?
Okay.
If anyone would like a card, let it go ahead and share out. Let us know you shared.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Hey, Karen. Hello, hello. How you been, sister? Bev says I'll put you on the list, Bev.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
Right, Carolina, I got Lord Shiva for you. Transcendence. It says, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe.
Love Shiva. Shiva's amazing.
So, yeah, I feel like it's about working with the energies and moving into acceptance more. Not seeing as not necessarily seeing what you're going through as something to fear, but to embrace almost. And I feel like that will shift the way you see things, and just allow, I suppose. Oh, thank you, Karen. Got a live with Karen on Tuesday.
I've actually been on her live. She had one with what was it? I think I went on then when she had done 2 of their lives. One I went with her and Ada, and one it was her, Ada, and there was like
Cambo.
Not Kimbo. Kimbo I've discovered recently. Kimbo I've discovered recently while I went on TikTok, and then I think he was doing a live. Kimbo and Thomas were doing a live. So I discovered Kimbo recently. Pretty cool. He learns a lot about astrology, so that's pretty cool. So let's see. So Cecilia, so the first card that came out for you, I don't know why I said Cecilia. So this is your first card. They're saying you're transitioning into a different energy. It's like changing the mindset of like, instead of thinking everything happens to me, think of it as everything's happening around me or everything's happening for me. And the way I think and things will just shift kind of thing, right? So as soon as you think, no, like I'm not gonna like, suppose a person who's been poor for a very long time, they're gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna be poor anymore. So either they're gonna get into the hustle, or they're gonna change something. They're gonna go back to school. They're gonna start a business. They're gonna do something. But once they decide, no one can stop them. Once a person decides, it's ridiculous what they can achieve, right? So they're saying once you change that mindset, though, you have now the 10 of Cups. Okay, hey, relax, come here. So that was just my dog. He's just. There's a small dog over there. Hey, buddy. Come here.
That's right. See it off.
You told him off. Good job. All right. He knows who's boss now. Can you sit down?
I will, Karen.
Boy. But he just had to tell him who's boss. So they're saying that once you shift that perspective, like your heart's content, like all your cups, like look at that. It's like he's satisfied and he's just chilling and he's going, I have everything I need. I don't need the extra person or the other 2-3 people or whatever, So it's just a change in perspective. That's what they're asking. Karen, thank you for donating. I will put you on the list. He says, Jimmie, bring on the balls. What balls are we talking about? What you do?
Well, they keep coming up in the readings that I do for Karen. They're all sorts, all different shapes and sizes, different colours.
Let's see. So I'm going to put Karen on the list. Do you want to do the card for Bev, and then we can go to Karen's donation?
Yeah. Sounds good. Right, Bev. Ooh. Bev, we got hope. Love and acceptance. It says, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So yeah, isn't that again? It's about choosing. That seems to be coming up today. Like what we got up here. Choosing our thoughts and making them the ones that we prefer, I suppose. So, yeah.
Okay, let's see. You got these two. So as soon as I was able to They're kind of telling me to like watch. Whoa, you did not like that one. Okay.
Thank you, Josh. All right, brother.
Hi, Josh. Thank you for sharing. I'll put you on the card list, Josh. So, yeah, they're saying watch where energy flows, where our attention goes, right? So, if you feel like you're giving lots of attention towards something, Bev, and they're not reciprocating, it's more than justified to pull your energy back. You don't always have to give 100%, and they give like you don't have to give 90, they give 10%, and you just have to be happy with that. It's okay to ask more from people. If you need more, it's okay to ask for more. So you can say that's not good enough for me. Or if they're like, "Why are you acting weird?" Be like, "Well, I always give more, and it feels like constantly kind of draining. So no." You can just straight up just tell them how you feel. So yeah, kind of conserve your energy.
All right.
Josh, I can't. So I'm putting you on the card list, Josh. Thank you for sharing out. So I can't. So I work at a hospital, so I can't have like permanent nails on because I'd really love putting permanent nails on, but I can't because it's just because I work at the place that I work at. But I can put these temporary ones on. They're like the stick-on ones, so they fall off pretty soon. So right before I can enjoy them for like a day or two, and then they fall off right before I have to go to work.
Hey, Serafina.
That hi. Hello. I was just on her live not too long ago.
Oh,
That's
cool.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. So let us thank you for sharing, Karen. We'll do one more card we'll do a card for Josh and then we'll go back to Is that cool? Is that cool?
Yeah. Sorry. The sound keeps going in and out sometimes. I think that's my end.
All right.
All right, Josh. I got the Shekinah. I think that's how you say it. Sacred Self. It says, unleash your spirit. Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. That's a fair enough message. Good advice. The rhythm of life is a powerful beat.
So the Chariot card, Josh, and they also pulled out the King of Pentacles. So I don't know at work if you like you or your coworkers, and like I don't know. Try bringing in more bees with honey. They're saying because you are sweet, but sometimes at work maybe they might try to like do stuff or try to bring you out of character. Try to remain balanced. I know sometimes it's really hard, especially when people try to like bring us out of our character or they don't listen or they don't do what they're supposed to do their job, or it's just a little bit frustrating if everyone doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And sometimes when you're like, hey, I'd really, if you're working really hard, you'd expect the other person to work hard, and sometimes people just don't do that. They're like, maybe you have more integrity than they do. It just is what it is. But maybe kind of just be like, okay, I'll just send you grace. You need some grace, I'll send you some grace, and kind of just move on with your business and don't give them too much attention. Just because it's a little bit scattered right now, and just kind of regroup. I know it's kind of draining because I know you work here and then you also go and then you do lives right after. So I know you just energetically you're doing a lot. So I get that, but just kind of just don't give your attention again to things that don't need your attention, because imagine how much energy and power you have. You don't need to be giving it to things or people that don't deserve it.
Hey, Ada.
Hello, Ada. Welcome. We were just talking about you on that live with Karen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Josh, for coming on and sharing.
Cheers, man. Right. Karen.
Okay, Karen. Is there anything specific you'd like to work on, Karen? You're welcome, Josh. I see you playing with the little violet flame in the background, but you're welcome.
Why
Just
not?
up.
Oh God.
This is what caught me. Of course, it caught you. The violet flame. Karen, just what pops up. So they're immediately asking me, ooh, Cellutursica. So they immediately brought me to a place where it's the middle of your brain, and it's like the Cellutursica. Um, and they're asking me to clear the Cellutursica. It's like when you're doing lives, Karen. Ball. No, there's no balls. It's like it's a Cellutursica is an area in the brain where it kind of holds certain organs. Like there's the pineal, there's this, and there's the pituitary. Oh, okay. So they're asking me also to clear kind of your general aura, but they're. Do you have like a hormonal regulation thing going on? Um, Usually when there's like, like in the hospital, like sometimes we'll be like, okay, if it's a hormonal thing, like they'll be like, check your thyroid, check your endocrinological levels, go see an endocrinologist and stuff like that. But they're showing you different stuff there, and they are showing you certain stuff with hormone levels, and then they drop down to your uterus. So they're just having me kind of work and realign certain areas and kind of clear that area. Um, it just seems like you're having a little bit of, she says menopause. Okay. You're having a little to and fro. And then, so I'm just going to clear that area and then kind of clear your cranium and your cerebellum. There's like pressure building in there. So I'm just going to work on that. It has something to do with like, I don't know, like a fluid or pressure buildup, like CHF buildup in there. So I'm just going to clear some of that energy. I don't know if you took it on from a client.
Menopause. I'm going to be doing a frequency for menopause at some point. It's on the list. It seems to be coming up a lot. So, but Karen, yes, the round object. I saw a round object. It was actually, like a quintessential, say, like a quintessential Christmas pudding is sort of like this, circular, or it's a ball. And I thought, why on earth am I being shown, or am I feeling a Christmas pudding? And what I got was that we don't just have to do something or have something at a certain time of year. Like Christmas puddings, well, we have Christmas puddings at Christmas, and we don't generally tend to have it any time throughout the year, apart from that. So it's a question of, I feel it's a question of, not limit. Not, if there's something in one of the, say, the holidays or anything like that we enjoy, then we don't have to just limit it to that time period, in the year. But I also feel like the Christmas pudding was represented something. It was like a double meaning. The one that I just said, and also something to do with food. There's something I feel as not necessarily that you should eat Christmas pudding throughout the year. Although you can if you want, but I feel like if there's something that you enjoy that you enjoy eating, and you just have it on a certain holiday or whatever, or a certain time of the year, then there's nothing to say that you can't have that throughout the year, because it feels like something is like is good for you, and
Sorry.
um
Her guides are funny.
So it's not Christmas pudding per se. There was just sort of the image that I saw to get the message. But there's what is it? I'll see if I can find out what it is. Hold on. Well, actually, if you've got something else, you go. But while I try and figure out what this thing that would be good for Karen is to have not just once a year.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Karen. Okay, so first of all, they're having me work on certain things, the hormones, and also, I don't know if you've ever had uterine fibroids, but we're clearing some of that energy off of that there. And then you have a little bit of like rage on your liver, my dear. So we're just kind of working on the liver space. As far as your cards go, this is what you got. So this is what you got initially. And I was like, can we clarify that? And then they kind of zoomed in on what he was holding. And then they clarified with this, because I wasn't sure if they were talking about this or a new beginning. So, and then I asked again, and I was like, what is it? And they zoomed in again on the staff. So I guess like the message here would be kind of, uh, enjoy all aspects of life. Like maybe not kind of like put yourself into one thing and say, hey, I can't do this anymore. Or like if you have certain like things like you want to go out and dance one night, or you want to go out and like maybe date again or see people, or I don't know, like whatever that is, or maybe you already have a partner, or I don't know what that looks like, but they're saying just like enjoy different aspects of life. Don't hold yourself back because this happened or that happened, or I just don't, they're just saying enjoy all of that, bring more enjoyment into your life, whatever that looks like, whether that's painting, going out and dancing, whether it's like having romantic walks with the significant other, whatever that looks like.
It's funny you mentioned about dating, because they showed me when I asked what it was. I saw some dates. And so so get on some dates, Karen. But also I feel like the fruit, the date would be really, that's the thing that I feel like, because obviously like dates is also something that well, at least in the UK, is kind of, they used to be associated just with Christmas, or that time of the year, the festive season. But I feel like because I generally have a day a day, but I know I'm worn out. But
Page out of there, Karen.
But yeah, I mean, dates are extreme. Like they're really nutritionally beneficial for us. They're quite sweet as well. I don't know if you've got a sweet tooth, but they're packed full of stuff, and so just one a day is good. If you like them, if you don't like them, then obviously you can hide them and stuff, or whatever. But yeah, go on more dates and eat more dates.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, Karen, but they're like pushing really heavily with that. Like they push double on double. So like I just would really just, go out there, and even if it's just having fun, people have needs, and like I would just kind of just let loose and just kind of, I don't know. I feel like you're very maybe like responsible, or I need to do this and I need to do that, and that's all well and good, but then I feel also time for fun, and you need to go have fun, girl. That's the message that they gave us.
Yeah, wrap them in chocolate, like to hide the flavor or whatever. But get some, like, because you can buy these packs of, and they're only about this big, these dates that you buy in packs, but get them the big juicy medjool ones. So
yeah, dates are really good health wise, I've heard, like Jimmie said. And also what you can do is, I've seen people who maybe just don't like the flavor of dates by themselves. They're also showing me fig. So if you want to eat not well, if you want to eat figs, you can, and there's dried fig too, unless you say you don't like that either. But but you can what you can do is you can take the really big dates, you can cut them in half, put a little bit of peanut butter in there, and then put a little salt and peanut butter on the inside that you cut, and then take the date and then roll it in chocolate and then freeze them. And if you do that, they kind of taste like Snickers, so you won't really feel like you're eating dates. You'll feel like you're eating candy. I mean, obviously, don't eat all the dates every single day with chocolate, but like that might help a little bit.
Yeah. Sounds good. I might do that myself. Right. I feel like I'm complete.
She goes, the world isn't ready for me to let loose again. Girl, I need the world and you are ready to let loose again. I need to go get you some figs, some dates, some other whatever entrees, meals, appetizers are out there. I think you need to go get you some. And I think the world is more than ready to handle what you have to give.
Right.
Thank you, Karen, for joining us today.
Thank you, Karen. You are.
Ada says, fresh figs off the tree taste amazing. Bro, Ada, I've never gotten that experience yet to taste it off the tree itself. But I love figs. Now I want figs. I love figs whether they're dried or not.
I like prunes. Prunes and apricots.
Karen, the only way you're going to find out if you go try. Love you too. All right. Anyone, if you'd like a card, let us know share it out and let us know you'd like a card. Otherwise, open donations. Thank you, Karen, for donating. So we have Sumi. We haven't still seen Sumi, but we have Sumi, and we can go ahead and, I guess, prunes keep you regular. We can go ahead and put Sumi in this thing.
Yes, indeed.
I'm trying to tag her in this while I'm doing this. I don't know how. Can you go on Facebook and tag her? Like, I'm trying to do it on. That's a thing.
Yep. Hold on.
Oh yeah, thank you for sharing, Ada. We always appreciate the Ada love. Of course, we'll.
Thank you, Ada.
Well, we can go ahead and just do Ada since she's here, and then. Oh. Aw. Okay, Ada. So they were showing me who's having like consciousness data, and you're also having like a second or third or fifth or whatever. You're having another with that jump in consciousness. You're also having a heart chakra opening with that. So just like I'm sending a little love to that because I know sometimes your heart chakra openings can be a little intense. But they just sent you that. They're saying with that new and your new abilities are opening up as well pretty soon. I don't know if you've been hearing some stuff and you look around the corner or you're seeing stuff in the corners of your eye, but your new abilities are opening up, and the ability on which you can help people is also going to change, they're saying. But yeah, you pretty much got that card, and that's just a happy card to have. A little nervous today, last day of work until license get renewed. Okay. I feel like the nervousness is all on your part. I don't feel like I don't actually see any actual issues being there. So it might go more smoothly than you think is what I'm hearing. So maybe it's just procrastination on our part. So just kind of go ahead and just do it because it's not, I don't see anything. I don't see an issue there.
Right. I've just tagged Sumi.
Oh, thank you.
Let me just Oh, Ada. Your card's on the floor. Oh, got the cover girl, Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy.
Oh, beautiful.
It says, move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire, Ada. I think that says it all. I don't need to expand. Focus on what you desire.
Yeah, just with the intention that you just, I'm helping you do it right now. You're very powerful. Intention, everything's gonna go smoothly. It'll well.
Hi.
All right. For being
Right.
okay. So Sumikomo. Okay. So Sumikomo, for whenever you see this, this is for you.
Sumi. Actually, bear with me 1 second before I start. I just need to go to the loo. Back in a minute.
Okay. I'll just wait here. Oh my god. I can't believe that he put the picture of Tarot Jimmie on there. Jimmie the Knave, is that what it is? Oh.
Yeah, that's the knave.
He's still here.
No, that was the knave talking. Back in a minute.
Hi.
Hey Zay, how you doing, brother?
Hi, Zay.
All right, back in a minute.
All right. Hi, Zay. Thank you for coming on. Let us know if you'd like a card, friend. I'm just waiting. He says he has to be human for a second, and I was just trying to ask about his little character on the thing, and he says, he comes back out of nowhere and he goes, yeah, it's Jimmie the Knave. Yeah, Jimmie the Knave. Yeah, I know. So while we wait for him, how has everyone been feeling? I know, like, the whole energy. I know, like, I've been having some sleep issues. Like, yesterday and today was kind of rough, man, to be fairly honest. I just kind of slept in between. And I also take, like, Lunesta to go to sleep. And I also have, like, what is it? I do melatonin, I do Lunesta, and I try some other stuff. Ada says, I walked into a resident room and I got a high-pitched ringing in my ear, but I didn't know exactly what was happening except it was for her. No, so Ada, that's what I was saying. That's what they were showing me. They were saying they're working on your clairaudience and they've been trying to get your attention. But sometimes you have to tell them though, because like if you're working, all right, my people talk to her people. Sometimes when we're working, because I work in the hospital too, it's so chaotic, right? And our guides, sometimes it's been so long since they've been human. They're not like, they're just trying to get our attention. So they don't, it's sometimes it's been so long since they've been human that they don't realize how loud or soft it needs to be. So you can just like sit with them and be like, hey, so whenever I'm working, please don't do that. We can practice on it at home. We can practice on the clairaudience at home. Just not when I'm working, because that'll distract me, especially if I'm in the hospital. Try to keep your energies focused there. And then, but they are working on that. That's what they were showing me. They were showing me they were showing me you with like ringing in your ears, and that's why I was like, oh, okay. So you have some new clairs opening. Yeah, Zay, we would love to pull a card.
Right. Are we pulling the cards first, or are we doing Sumi?
We can do Sumi, and then we can pull a card for Zay.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, sleep time Zay, especially the nights. It's been ridiculous.
Right,
Yeah,
Sumi.
the card at work. It started. Yeah, it makes sense. Good luck with that. You're gonna be doing some really cool stuff. Peppermint oil. Peppermint oil will help.
Cool.
Let's see. Sumi! Again, I say this again. I've been told I should be seeing auras soon. You can see them right now. Don't you suddenly see red? Don't you feel red? You've been seeing red and orange. You just doubt yourself. You're already seeing it. Ugh. Sumi. Let's find you. Boop. Oh, you hiding? Who are you? She got a Chinese dragon that jumped out of nowhere. Hello. Oh, he's guiding me. Okay. We are opening the heart space, clearing the heart space, and we are upgrading something in the heart space. There's chambers. Okay. Oh. So we're gonna go ahead and I guess like do whatever like they're showing me as a maid in a hotel. Okay. So we're gonna do some clean sweep in the heart space and the chambers, kind of get stuff ready. And then we have to go, we're pulling some past lives back from Atlantis. She has a new guide stepping in, and she also is getting her contract upgraded. She's been wanting to change something for a while. Oh, she wants to change a partner? Or change something? What's happening? All right, we'll just do whatever they're wanting to do, or her higher self is wanting to do.
Simi, they showed me what looked like a dream catcher. I'm feeling like having doing more research and having a look into them. And I know you've got a business that you're promoting and working on at the moment. I don't know why, for some reason, I feel like putting one of those up in the space where you work will help kind of harness the energy. It will focus it more because it feels like it feels rather, I don't know, scattered, I suppose is probably the best way. But it will also what I'm seeing or what I'm feeling is that I don't know whether you remember your dreams or not, but it will almost as if it feels like it will help to bring through, because I'm trying to find a way to explain this, what I'm seeing, because whenever I see one thing, then I get directed to something else. So I'm trying to put it in an order. So it's like when you're in the space where you're working, if you with the dream catcher in there, the dreams that you have that relate to what you're doing when you're awake, it's almost like they will be stored in the dream catcher, and the energy will come through when you're in the place where you work, and you will almost like you'll be able to remember them, because I feel like the dreams you are having are about what you're doing, your work, and everything. So it's like it will act as kind of a transmitter, or a portal to you remembering or acting on the dreams, the things that you experience in your dream. It will kind of harness that, if that makes sense. So yeah, basically, in a nutshell, I'm feeling like a dream catcher would be good for you in your workplace. Oh, hey, Kelly.
So me also, there's a lot of confusion in your field. So you're very intuitive. Like one of your main skills or talents or whatever you want to call that. You're very intuitive. But sometimes, so sometimes you doubt yourself when the intuitive part comes in, because you can't tell if it's a guide speaking to you, it's a guide of the light speaking to you, if it's you just think you're hearing stuff. The problem is the confusion is because sometimes with people who are just clear knowers or they're very intuitives, if we're not grounded, we tend to be very airy, especially for like predominantly base ourselves off of the air element, which it kind of feels like you do, and I do myself, so there's no tea, no shade. But it just grounding helps your intuition hone more, and kind of like I'm giving filters, giving filters and using filters to be able to distinguish your other person will help, because sometimes that's what's also confusing you, and then you're ungrounded. So it's a combination of confusion, ungroundedness, and not being able to distinguish who's talking to you and whose energy you're dealing with. So if you start practicing on that, I'll help you with that. Start practicing that, it'll become a little bit easier. You're very talented and very intuitive.
I agree. So, I feel like I want to pull a card for Sumi as well, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull.
Oh, Sumi, I got Paul the Venetian. Experiencing grace. It says, share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Like it's the inspiration I feel like is coming. Well, it's there. It's just a question of harnessing it and acting upon it, and like finding that medium, shall we say, in which to perceive it.
So you got this, and whenever I see this card, it's this person who it's kind of like can't decide if they want to go left or right, and they're just like I'd rather just not do anything. If I don't have to look at it, I don't have to make a decision, kind of thing. And the swords, obviously, they're mental. You're a mental body. You're a very mental body. So it just kind of the confusion aspect again of what I was just saying earlier. Just use your heart. Intuition, people who are natural intuitives, you got to use your heart more. The more you use your heart, the stronger your intuition is, because it's not just my second chakra, my third chakra. It's all of them like in a string. They're all interconnected with Mobius's. So if you use that, your intuition is stronger. If you're very mental body because you've had traumas like we've all done in the past, emotional traumas, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to use my emotional or my heart space, I'm going to go for my mental body. Your intuitions could not be as accurate or as good as it could possibly be. The potential is less. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it did. So I hope that helps, Sumi. I feel complete with that.
Yes, thank you.
Kelly, did you want a card, Kelly?
Zay, if you're still here, we're going to...
I'll just put a card for Zay. Ooh. Brother, I got Sanat Kumara. Always, yeah. Sanat Kumara. Light activation. It says, shine your light. Obviously. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Trust yourself. Trust yourself, brother. Trust yourself. You know what to do. Always.
So you got these two cards, and whatever maybe it's been on your mind, Zay, like maybe it's keeping you up. I know generally you seem to be kind of like an owl anyway, but I know, and then they're saying you're doing an excellent job with the amount of responsibilities you have and the amount of things that you have to do, and it's not just yourself, and there's multiple things that you're doing. They're saying you're doing an amazing job. I feel like there's like a lot of weight on your shoulders because but some things about soon they're pretty much saying like keep up the good fight, and so Jesus, keep it up, lol. Yeah, just kind of keep up the good stuff. And I don't know if you like going to beaches or going out of New York or traveling, kind of if you can, if it's possible, and if you can get someone to like watch people at home. If you get someone to watch people at home, maybe go on a little trip somewhere, maybe go to a beach or like a half-day trip or a full-day trip or something like that, and kind of clear your mind, clear your energy, because it just if it's like someone who's trying to solve a very difficult math problem, but if they just keep looking at it day after day after day, back to back to back, they're not going to find the answer, even though it's looking right at them. So maybe you need like a different perspective. So maybe if you take your mind away from all the stuff, your responsibilities and all the stuff you have to do, Zay, and come back to it, you'll find Maybe you'll find like an idea just pop into your head. I don't know.
All right.
He says, yes, I went into the mountains this weekend,
Oh, cool.
but
There
I
are
might
mountains in New York.
a little bit much. Okay. I don't know. Maybe water will help, but that's good that you went somewhere. That feels
That's cool. Awesome. Right.
Who are you pulling the card for, Jimmie?
Kellyanne.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's a song by Donovan, and so I saw a friend posted something similar. Says the lyrics are, first there is a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is. And I always kind of wondered what that was all about.
Yes, Zay put it in better words than I did. He said, step away and let the inspiration flow. Yes, friend. You got it.
Kellyanne, I got Hilarion for you. Divine healing. Says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. I feel like I'm always telling you to retreat to recharge and heal. So are you not retreating?
I've told you this twice. What are you not doing? Where do you need to retreat to?
Go back further. Retreat further.
That's funny. All right. So the cards you got. So you got these two cards. It feels like you always kind of give more than you get. It's just kind of like your love language. It's like whether you give things or give energy or give certain things. It's time to hold back. Like you see how he's like holding on to that coin and he's like stomping on the other coins and he's like waiting to see, like, should I give you this coin? Are you worth my time? You know how like he's deciding right there and he's thinking about it and he's like scrutinizing. Maybe kind of do that. Maybe kind of just hold back a little bit and kind of just give a little, take a little, give a little, take a little. Don't just kind of always be like, here, take everything, take the banquet, take this. You want my bio data? Here. You want to, I'll invite you into my home. Kind of assess who they are, you know, like see what they're made of. So give a little, see if they give back, or if they just kind of hold and don't give you back, then be like, all right, that's not my kind of tea. So kind of assess the person, kind of see stuff. Don't just let anyone into your home. You don't want to bring muck into your home, right? So kind of you use the discernment and kind of just like choose and pick. It's okay to be selective, they're saying.
Right.
She says it's the fairy in me. Well, fairies are interesting.
All right. Thank you, Kelly.
Say, so stop
give it away,
it.
give it away, give it away now. All
right. If anyone else does not want a card or does not want a reading, I think that is all. I think we've gotten everyone on the list so far. Unless someone decides they want something. You're very welcome, Kellyanne. Thank you for being
welcome, here. Kelly.
And thank you everyone for coming and joining us today. Have a wonderful night or day, wherever you're at.
Thank you, everyone, for popping on. See you all soon.
All right. Bye.
Au revoir.